There is a country where people live longer than almost anywhere else on earth, where the average person retires with enough money to actually enjoy it, where financial stress is not the default setting of adult life. And here is the part that nobody in American finance talks about. It is not because they earn more. The median salary in Japan is lower than it is here. It is because they think about money completely differently. Not smarter exactly, just differently. Like they are running a different operating system. And when I started breaking down exactly what that operating system looks like, the habits, the psychology, the daily rituals, I realized most Americans have never even heard of these concepts, let alone use them. So today, I am going through 7 Japanese money habits that quietly build real wealth. And by the end of this, you are going to see your own spending in a completely different light. Before we get into these, I want to be clear about something. This is not a drink green tea and meditate your way to millions video. That is not what we do here. This is about specific measurable behavioral habits. Habits that have a direct calculable impact on your net worth over time. The Japanese have a concept called katachi, the idea that the shape of your daily behavior determines the shape of your life. And when it comes to money, the shape of most American habits looks like this. Earn, spend almost all of it. Stress about the gap. Repeat. The habits I am about to show you are designed to break that loop. Let's get into it. The first habit is called Kakeibo. Pronounced Kakeibo. It was invented in 1904 by a woman named Hani Motoko, Japan's first female journalist, and over 100 years later, it is still one of the most effective personal finance systems ever created. Here is how it works. At the start of every month, you write down 4 questions by hand, not on your phone, not on a spreadsheet, by hand. How much money do I have? How much do I want to save? How much am I spending? How can I improve? That is it. The whole system. Now I know what you are thinking. That is incredibly basic. My budgeting app does all of that automatically. And here is where it gets interesting. That is exactly the problem. When your app does the tracking for you, when your phone categorizes every purchase automatically and sends you a little summary, your brain essentially goes to sleep. You look at the number, you feel vaguely guilty, and you do nothing differently. But when you write it down by hand, when you physically record every purchase, something different happens in your brain. The act of writing creates what psychologists call friction awareness. You literally feel the discomfort of bad spending in a way that tapping on an app never triggers. Studies on Kakeibo users show average savings rates increase by 35% in the first year, just from writing things down. The friction is not a bug. The friction is the feature. And here is a key question Kakeibo adds at the end of every month. What can I improve? Not what did I do wrong? Not why am I terrible with money? Just what is one thing I can do differently next month? Small question, enormous compound effect over time. The philosophy that kills lifestyle inflation. Before it starts, it roughly means what a waste. But it is not just about recycling or being eco-friendly. In Japan, Mottainai